Hey, welcome fellow pagans and occultists to another episode of A Pagan Sanctuary, where all things pagan and Titan are discussed and possibly revealed. Thank you to everyone who has watched my previous videos. I really hope you enjoyed them. If you enjoyed these videos, please hit the like and subscribe buttons below and hit the notification bell to be sure you can be notified of all new postings. Also, if you enjoyed this video or have comments or questions to anything covered, please feel free to mention it in the comment section below and I will make every effort to get back to you. So, now on to today's video, which I really hope you enjoy. Welcome, fellow pagans. Today we are going to read the second chapter of the book The Arcane Titans by Finn Liath. This is part 3 of the video series. So let's begin. Birth of the Arcane Titans. The Arcane Titans were to be the embodiment of all energy alignment, negative, neutral, and positive. However, within Glystra's womb, the female, being of purely positive aligned energy, was deemed weak and inferior by the purely negative aligned male, and was killed by him, then consumed by the neutral aligned male. Consequently, the males became the embodiment of the yin and yang, one being primarily negative aligned with some positive and the other being primarily positive aligned with some negative. There are 2 lessons to be learned here. First, negative energy is inherently stronger than positive energy, while neutral energy is equally negative and positive. Second, what you kill or consume is yours. It becomes part of you. That is the law. It happened that Glystra gave birth to the Arcane Titan twins on Terr-Nor. As Terr-Nor's first moon, Misha, was directly above them, the first male was born. Glystra named him Glysterin, for he would have dominion over Terr-Nor's surface and subterranean regions. Uranus and Gloristria soul named him Salnar, royal-bound. As Terr-Nor's second moon, Miora, was directly above them, the second male was born. Glystra named him Norknan, for he would have dominion over Terr-Nor's sky and atmospheric regions. Uranus and Gloristria soul named him Malren, Scourge of Evil. Arcane Titans are born with full awareness and connectivity with their 3 selves, physical, spirit, and soul, and facility to manipulate dark and light energy. Uranus and Gloristria realized how strong and powerful Glysterin and Norknan would be, and what they would become. So they set forth under the laws every aspect of the brothers' destiny, from the training each was to receive, all the way to the fulfillment of their destiny. Now here, like I had mentioned in the previous chapter, we talk about Glystra, who is Gloristria's sister from Uranus. And she gave birth to the 2 Arcane Titan twins. There was originally supposed to be 3, but a little malicious intent, I think, was in there that the brothers didn't want to share things with a female at the time. I don't know. It's just it could be that. But the symbol of the yin and yang was to be their embodiment. The good and the evil with a little bit of either on mixed in there. There's a part here where there's going to be some flack, maybe some kickback. Here it says, first, negative energy is inherently stronger than positive energy. Sorry to tell you folks, but that's true. If you go by the Bible's interpretation of good and evil or negative and positive, the devil's hold over humanity is much greater than that of the heavenly body. It's easier to be evil. Maybe that's not quite the right word I want to use, but that's the only one that's coming to mind right now. It's easier to be evil than it is to be kind, because that's the way human nature is. We are a very aggressive species, And that's because we are made up mostly of negative energy or dark energy. We have positive energy, and there are some people out there that are very, very good people, and there are some out there that are very, very evil. And you'll notice if you get a positive person and a negative person together, and you get them into a debate, the negative person is going to be stronger and more aggressive and more outgoing than the positive person is. That's just the way it is. Not saying it's right, not saying it's wrong. That's just the way it turns out to be. And neutral energy is equally negative and positive. We know about that. That's this is all basically common sense. It's negative, positive. It's a little bit of both. So it's got the best of both worlds. It knows when to be a little aggressive, and it knows when to be very passive and forgiving and such. So most of humanity, I think, is kind of in the neutral side. They can be nasty if they need to be. They can be good if they need to be. But then you have your extremes. Your extreme negative and your extreme positive. It's what makes everything work. That's if we only had good energy out there, then I don't think the society would work and people would exist for very long, because you would be a utopia, and utopias don't work. You can't have all good and no bad at all, because it just doesn't work. And you can't have all evil, because all evil will just destroy each other and you have nothing. So if you have that balance of good and evil, then you've got a society that will work. And he talks a little bit here about the moons over Terr-Nor. Terr-Nor was the original, very first planet, physical planet, that was created by Uranus and Gloristria. That's where everything started. That's the center of the universe, and it gets discussed later on. That's in what's called a Perseus cluster. Yeah, us here in our own little universe and our galaxy, we have the Perseus cluster. It's a different entity. It's still a cluster of energy, and that is in the center of the universe. And that is what the multiverse and creation and everything derives from. So, they created, when the moons were aligned overhead and so on, the brothers were born, and they were immediately bound to that moon that was in rotation at that time. When they were born, they had, like he says here, full awareness and connectivity to their three selves. They didn't have to learn how to connect their spirit and their soul together with their physical. It was there, automatic, and they were able to manipulate energy and help with creations and things like that in some of the local fauna and stuff like that. Not that they really did a whole lot of that, but they had that ability from birth. A lot like what Neanderthals, when they're born, they had the enlarged cranial area that when they were born with the knowledge of their parents, and they just had to have it awakened as they grew older. That is the belief, and this is basically the same type of thing. And as we'll read later on in the book, whereas Glycerin and Norknon become very powerful, very cunning, very quick, very dangerous, but also very compassionate. They're not all evil. Yeah, they're supposed to be, right here in the first chapter, they killed and consumed their sister in the womb. Don't let that discourage you. They do pretty good stuff later on down the line. They do some bad stuff. They do some good stuff. I've cheated. I've read through the book, and it's a really good read. Eventually, once we get through all these little quick videos, we're going to post the book up in a PDF format, I hope, and let everybody kind of take a look at it and see what's going on. And eventually, it's going to get published. But you know, it's got some more tweaks and things like that. But there we are. This was the birth of the Arcane Titans. A really short chapter, really short one. I hope you enjoyed it, and as much as I did. And we'll see you next time. Take care. Well, that does it for this chapter of the book, The Arcane Titans, Hidden Origin and Return, by Finn Liath. Thank you to everyone who has watched this video. Please feel free to tell your friends about it and help spread the word. I hope you enjoyed it and was able to take something away from it. I know I did. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons below and maybe hit the notification bell so you stay informed of future postings. If you have questions or comments about what was covered or have ideas on how I can make these videos better, please leave them below in the comment section and I will make every effort to get back to you. We will see you next time. Stay well and be blessed.